interesting about, I know you guys have this comic now, or this 4D cartoon.
Yeah.
And I feel like in a lot of ways, Life of Stone, especially for DC, are the only comics that they put out in a lot of ways. You know, this kind of thing they have with Academy and background stuff coming out. But I know when I was a teenager, I'm like, boy, I like that Teen Titans cartoon, and I went to the Teen Titans comics, and they were not for me. They were A, not for me, and B, not great.
We have no comment on the appropriateness
I
of the
personally
current
love
Teen
all
Titans
those
comic.
comics and all the properties of DC and Warner Brothers.
We support everything they do. That said, it is nice that we have some superhero characters that are made for children, which is a crazy concept. We're going to do an episode. I'm pitching this episode. It's not been written, but it's going to be about how people look at comic characters. They grow up with comic characters, and then they're like 40 years old, and they still want to appeal to these comic characters that were meant for them as children, because they don't move on to other things, which is fine. I don't mind that, but then they degrade like children-based. So we're going to do that, but we're going to do it with clowns instead. So the Teen Titans, like Cyborg and Beast Boy, are going to be really, they really like clowns. And then they're going to say, let's go get a clown for a birthday. And they have a clown, but they don't. It's not the clown they remember.
Hate this clown. It's a different clown.
And so
boo him.
They're going to sort of spend the rest of the episode trying to make the clown more adult friendly.
They make Grimdark Clown?
Yeah,
Frank
Miller,
Miller
yes, Frank Miller clown, so they can enjoy it. Wow.
That's Greg. That's the voice of Beast Boy.
Yeah, I don't mind making the comic characters because I think it's cool, but then the flip side of it is I think it's insane when people like attack anything that's for a kid's audience. You know, that's like, wait a second, these are essentially characters in tights. You know, there's nothing realistic about this scenario at all. It's all fantastical. There's a place. There should be a place for comics for kids. Maybe. We all agree. Everyone in this table agrees. We settle that debate.
I mean, I felt very betrayed when I was 13 and I went to go to a comic book store and there was very little for me. Even though I was spending all my hard-earned money on Teen Titans merchandise, they didn't want enough to make a comic for me.
Yeah. I mean, they chased a certain audience in the 90s, I think, because it was sort of a collector's audience, and they were making tons of money, and now it's like you can't really find comics at the store or anything. You got to go specifically to comic shops. But the digital age may change all that and make it a little bit easier to find. But I don't know. Our job is just to make stupid Teen Titans episodes.
Do you guys have any favorite episodes, characters, moments, songs?
What's your favorite episode that you've done?
My favorite song. We made
a question, but
it was a part of.
That was her question, but it wasn't.
You're
my
not asking the questions. Why do you get to ask the questions? You get to answer and you get to ask.
I got the shirt.
You got the shirt. For those of you coming late, he is like, hey, look at me. I got a shirt with a neon stripe on it.
Can you see the stripe from there, by the way?
It's enjoyable, yes.
Like, what a jackass, right?
He won't tell us where it's from, though.
He won't. I think
You can go find it.
It's an
Like I did.
exclusive.
Like I had to.
No, it's not. I think he got it at Mervin's.
This one's been on the hanger for a while.
I know.
And I waited till this weekend
You
to
got the
bring it
little
out.
hanger, little things. That's why I don't fold my clothes or put them on hangers, is because they get those hanger thingies, and it's not worth it.
What's your favorite song?
Oh. Well, it's an episode not out yet. Can I talk about that episode?
Yeah.
Okay. We have because this is how stupid we are. We have an episode about a bathroom.
Oh yeah, this is good.
And it starts off with like some characters, they have to use a bathroom, and then a creative exec came to us and they said, by the way, having characters stand outside a bathroom needing to go is never ever funny.
Never
funny. So don't
on
do
any
this
show I've
joke.
ever been on, it's never funny.
And we took that as a challenge.
Yeah.
So we extended the whole moment to like super long proportions. We put a musical number in there about holding your pee, and that actually is my favorite song. So look forward into the episode called
It's called Serious Business.
Serious Business, because that's what happens in the bathroom.
It's a place for serious business.
It's also a magical place.
As we come to learn.
Yes, Robin comes to learn that he thinks the bathroom You should
It's
just
just a
be
place
in and
to
out
wash your
in 5
filthy
minutes.
body.
Yeah. But in fact, the bathroom is a magical place, and we will learn why it's magical. And one of the most special endings in Teen Titans
Very
Go.
special.
If that ending does not make you cry,
I don't know.
you don't
if
have a heart. You don't have a heart, or you don't have a bathroom.
So,
Well said.
to sound very pretentious in the Cartoon Network press room for a moment, what is the Teen Titans Go theory of comedy? How do you make the funny happen?
If we would display any bits of humor while sitting here, we have no theory. I don't know. I mean, we're both pretty stupid, right?
Yeah, that's fair to say.
So one thing we both despise, like borrowing comedy. We see that all the time. Is like people taking comedy from other shows and putting it in their show and thinking that like passing it off on their own. I mean, even animation is like the worst offender of it. It's like people are still doing these Chuck Jones gags. Like, you know, it's like, oh look, somebody, a pretty girl walks by, the eyes come out. It's like, well, that's not Chuck Jones, but
I know what you're talking
yeah. But it's the same gags for 60 years, and that's not like that's called stealing. You know? So you know, we want to just do something different. Even if it's not always, it seems like it's not well thought out, or it doesn't seem like we're trying, but our goal is actually do something that's new and interesting. Occasionally we do still.
Yeah,
subconsciously,
but it's always
mostly.
accidental.
Accidental thievery. But that's mostly, we're like, let's try to do something that isn't a cliche already, which is, it's really easy. When we have to do like 104 episodes, so it's really easy to borrow from other sources. But, you know, we just rely on what makes us laugh and try to do stupid stuff. I mean, I always tell everyone our theory is be stupid. You know? Don't try to make smart comedy. I don't want to hear some clever wordplay.
Yeah, that's what really kills us. For me personally, it's like cartoons that have to have the morality tale shoehorned in, and cartoons that rely way too heavily on the humor that fun me out. So I like to see people get hit in the face. Sometimes in the genitals, also funny. People falling out of windows.
Sometimes funny, always funny.
Depends on the genital, but it's 99% of the time you're going to get a laugh.
So you're not going to have a whole episode on the Vipers coming? That's not going to be a whole...
I did want to do that, actually. We did an episode about campfire stories. And that's like one of those kind of spooky stories. It turns out to be a joke.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You know about the Viper?
No.
It's a little racist against like Eastern Europeans, I think.
Is it?
There was a whole entire G.I. Joe episode based around this thing.
Really?
Yes.
So again, somebody already did it.
We did an episode, by the way, around, because we have them all around telling campfire stories. Does anybody know the campfire story? Now that I got you where I want you. Now I'm going to eat you. Anybody remember this? A little bit. We reprised this famous story. We actually did the
If the log rolls
if the
over.
log rolls over, we'll all be dead. Do you remember that? You remember that?
You know that one.
we were asked not to do this one. Look this up if you don't know it. But we do the other. We recorded it and everything, and it's a campfire story Beast Boy is telling, and he tells it hilarious. We had to do a slightly different version of it, but that's, yeah. that is one place we borrowed from. You know, anything that's like sort of reminds me of my childhood, I'll sort of throw in there too. The stuff that I got a kick out of, or experience, but yeah. So.
Thank you guys.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.